Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. My hormones make me a nutcase. Hope you're all doing well.
Bonjour. Hello, hello. Mhm.
So, today we're going to be talking all about why action creates confidence and how action creates confidence as well. We're going to be digging a dive into all of that stuff today.
All that stuff,
All
all
that
those
stuff.
experiences. Yeah, absolutely. Um,
It's
now I was
interesting.
trying to, yeah, I'm glad you're going to start this because I was going to try and think of a new line because I always go, oh yeah, this one's a really big one, but I need to not say that. Like, so you go first.
I think confidence is an interesting one because I feel like a lot of us feel like we lack confidence in probably some area of our lives. And I feel like it's something that we feel like we have to get, or I have to be confident before I do this, or I need to be more confident at that, or like I've always just thought about myself, like I wish I was more confident. Like I wish that I could like walk into a room and just talk to people and just like have just be a more of a confident person. And it's like I feel like I'm always or have been always searching for how where am I going to find that? What work do I have to do to get that confidence? And it's like I don't think there is just that one answer out there of this is how you get it. Like and it's literally in the title I just said, but you actually just have to keep taking action to get that confidence. Like there's no quick fix, like we talk about all the time in terms of weight loss journey, health and fitness, whatever. There isn't just like a tablet you can take that makes you confident. Like it's just continuing to do things that are outside of your comfort zone, and the more that you do them, the more confidence you build, and that's how you get confident. It takes time, it takes consistency, it takes pushing past that fear. It's that is what builds that confidence.
Mm. It's scary.
It is scary. It's
Like
really
for you, the same thing like you just said there. Like I'd love to be able to walk into a room. I see those people sometimes. They walk in and they're just like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Oh, do you know that person?" And they're like, "No, I got no idea who this person is." And they talk to them as if they know them. And I think, "Oh man, I wish I had the confidence to do that." Like,
yeah.
but like that person probably does something like that for a job where they're constantly talking to people, or I don't know. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but it they've done it so many times that it doesn't bother them anymore.
Yeah. Or like I remember asking Sam once actually about like when he makes phone calls or when he does things in work related that I would look at and think, wow, that seems really scary. I know I think he was going to like a meeting. Um, so he goes on site and like meets managers and things like that and tries to get work, etc. And I was like, so do you get nervous when you go to those? And he was like, oh, I never really thought about it. It's like, I don't think so. Or maybe I do get a little bit, but I just don't really think about it. And I was like, that's so interesting, isn't it? Because like for me, the nervousness would like build up, and I'd be like literally shitting myself. Whereas for him, he obviously gets that, but he just doesn't really like associate with it. And it's just like, oh yeah, it's there, but I'm just gonna go and do it anyway, and it'll be fine.
Mm. I suppose maybe for him the overriding end game is stronger than him feeling nervous. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe if he knows like this could be the outcome, if I do this, this is going to be the outcome. Maybe he's more off like thingy by that than the thought of, oh God, I can't do it because I feel nervous. Like, and
mm,
then it ended up being like, oh yeah, but if I don't do it, like then this won't happen and I need this to happen. So maybe he just doesn't even, yeah, maybe it's years of practice. Maybe he did when he was first started.
exactly. Yeah, and it's like things like I remember when I first started working for the coaching company, and I'd never gone live on Facebook before or like filmed content and things like that, and it was petrifying. And now I don't get nervous at all, like filming in front of a camera or like doing this, for example. And I know like both of us got nervous before doing this, and I'd done it a little bit, and then you started doing. Now it's like just a natural thing for us both because we just do it every single week. But would never, and even doing things like getting on calls, speaking to potential clients, things like that. A few years ago, I was like, I'm never doing that because I was petrified. And like the more that I've done it now, I actually get more excited to do those things now. So it is just doing it, forcing yourself to do it, isn't it? And then you just don't get as nervous anymore.
Yeah, 100%. And it's things like I was having this conversation with one of the girls at football the other day, like she's had an injury and stuff, and she's not playing as she was before, and she's like, I'm just so worried. Like, I just she pulls out of tackles, she pulls out of things like that, and it's like she's like, how am I going to get better at this? And I'm like, the only way to get better at it is keep going, keep doing it, push yourself out of your comfort zone. The more you do those tackles, the more you do things like that, and keep pushing yourself. Yes, it's going to be hard to start with, but the more you do it again, the more your confidence will grow, and you'll be like, oh, okay, actually, yeah. And then it's like you've almost gotten over that fear. You've forgotten that you were ever fearful of that one thing.
Yeah. The more that she avoids the tackles and the more that she avoids those things, the worse that is going to get.
It's absolutely because your body is like your body will do everything it possibly can to protect you.
Yeah.
So if being anxious when you go into a room of people for a meeting is the way your body responds, it's always going to do that because it remembers the last time. Okay, last time we were here, we got anxious and you didn't die. I didn't kill you. So we're going to do that again. And
Yeah.
like the more you then do that and then you think about it and you keep doing that, like until you get yourself out of that rut, your body's going to keep stopping you from being like calm and being like, oh, this is fine. Like we can do this. Or like you say,
Yeah.
you're forever going to keep pulling out of things and potentially going to get more injured than if you go in.
Yeah. Your body is literally always trying to keep you alive. It's always putting you into survival mode. So it doesn't like you pushing yourself outside your comfort zone because it feels unsafe.
Mm,
And that's why we're always pulling back and not doing these things. But actually, if you do it and then you realize that it is safe, the next time you do it, it's going to feel even more safe and more safe. And then your body will go, oh, I don't need to help, surviving through this. I'm fine.
mm. Running is a really good example of that. Like, and
Yeah,
breathing, right? How many times do you speak to someone that's like, oh no, I can't do that because I can't control my breath. I can't breathe. I can't do that. Is my heart rate gets too high and I can't breathe. I'm
yeah,
like, yes, but that's what happens when your heart beats so quickly. Like when you do these things, I also can't breathe when I go for a run. But
yeah,
like you learn, the more you do it, you learn what your body can and can't do, where your levels are, your boundaries are, and you're like, right, okay, I know that if I stay at this level, I will make this run, and then I can sprint at the end. And yes, I might feel like I'm dying at the end, but I know my body can take it.
yeah,
Again, it's building it up. Like, don't be scared of that. Like, but again, it's easy to be scared of something like that because why would your body want it to be like so out of breath that you're like gasping for breath?
yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't. It wants you at the natural homeostasis, like level balance. Like it doesn't want you going above or below that level. It's always going to try and bring you back to that medium.
Yeah, yeah. Which is crazy, isn't it, really? I feel like we haven't really like evolved because I suppose like back in the day, that was just our main part of life was just to survive, was to like find food, eat the food, survive, sleep. That was kind of all we needed to do. Like we didn't need to grow and try and be that like higher self. We didn't need to work towards that because we just needed to survive. But like the world has evolved so much since then, but we almost haven't like caught up with that, have we? Because we're still like our minds and our bodies are still trying to keep us in that survival mode rather than going, actually, you can push past that, and there are better things ahead of you if you do push past that.
Yeah. I think that's also the fear of the unknown as well, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. And it's so funny because literally a example of this, so this morning I've upgraded my gym membership so I can go to those classes like the sound bath and the breath work, and I can also do the red light therapy and like some massage thing as well. And I'd never done the red light therapy room before. And I was like, in my head, I was like putting myself off because I was like, right, my safety bubble is I go in there, I do my workout, sometimes I go in the sauna, and then I leave. But I was like, well, how do I use this red light therapy room? Like, do I just walk in there? Like, do I have to go speak to someone? Do I need to like book it online? Like, wh- all those thoughts in your head. And it seems so trivial because it's just like, I'm not going to die by trying to figure this out. But in my head, I was literally trying to avoid it. I was like, well, maybe just go in the sauna because you know how to use that. Like, that's easy. And then I
That's
was like,
exactly what I would have done. I'd avoided it. I'd have just not done it. I'd have been like, nope,
yeah.
I'll come back next time. See you, bye.
Isn't it crazy though? And like, so I literally said to myself, I was like, right, go up to the reception. There's a really nice lady there. And I was like, I've never used the red light therapy room before. Like, what do I do? And she was like, oh, you just come and speak to me. And I was like, can I use it now? And she was like, yeah, you just book online, but there's no one using it, so I'll just book you in now. And she was like, come with me and they showed me how to do it. And it was like the easiest thing. That's literally all I had to do. But
You're
the
like, why was I
thought,
panicking?
yeah, but it is, isn't it? It's like that thought of like having to do all those little things puts you off because it's so out of your comfort zone. But
Yeah,
now, like, I'll just book it online, go to reception, and then I'll go in because I know exactly what I need to do now. But
yeah,
it's crazy because that what I'm trying to say is like that's the most trivial of things, and that's not there's no way I would even have died because of doing that or anything like that.
mm.
But it just something
That
so
fear of the
simple
unknown.
feels scary. Yeah, the fear of the unknown. Exactly.
Yeah,
And the fear of like looking
yeah,
stupid as well. Like, oh why but I was like, well, I've never used it before. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll show you how to do it then. Like,
yeah,
if you don't know what you
yeah,
don't
because
know.
exactly. And that's the thing, isn't it? When you're like on the other end of that, right? Say, for example, you came in as a, or no, someone comes into you and asks you how to use a squat rack, you'd quite easily, happily be like, oh yeah, I'll show you. It's not a problem.
Yeah,
But it's like the most terrifying thing in the world when you're a customer and you go into a gym and you're like, God, I've got to actually ask someone how to like do this. Do I look like an idiot? Well, surely I should know how to use that. But like, why would you if you've never used it before? And the
yeah,
person on the other end doesn't think that way, but in your brain, you're like, no, they're going to think I'm an idiot.
yeah. Yeah, if I was a PT in a gym and someone came up to me and said, "Can you show me how to use the squat rack?" I'd be like, "Sure, no
Yeah,
problem."
I'd be ecstatic that someone had asked,
Yeah,
so I can show
100%,
them
me
how to do it
too.
properly.
Exactly. And I'm sure there is the odd 1% of people that are just assholes, but we don't need to worry about them, who are just, you know what I mean? Like, who just people are just in bad moods and all those things, but we don't need to worry about them. The majority of people are going to be happy
Yeah.
for you to ask.
Yeah, that's what they're there for most of the time. But yeah, the fear of the unknown, what's coming next, you sign up to something, you don't know what's going to happen. Oh my God, it's terrifying, isn't it? Like I've had a couple of new people sign up this week and they're like, oh my God, like they've filled in a check-in form. They're like, oh, I'm really scared because I know what I've signed up for, but I'm scared for what I've signed up for in terms of like, oh, am I actually going to be able to do this? And I'm like, it's a good feeling. Like we should like use that. Like
Yeah,
we're not going to make anything too difficult. We're not making anything too easy. We're going to go with what you can do and we're going to just build on it. Like don't expect it all to be done in 12 weeks because we're not going to get that far in 12 weeks, but we can make moves towards where you want to be.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But yeah, I think it is when people, I think that's what holds people back as well, isn't it? Is that can I actually do it?
Mm,
But the thing is, I always think like, because I've always thought I'm never good enough, I'm not worthy of things, and oh, how am I going to be able to do that? Like I've had so many of those thoughts over the years, and they still crop up for sure. But
mm,
if somebody else can do it and they are successful in it, like why can't you do it? Like as long as you put your effort into something, put your energy, you try your hardest, you show up, like it might take you longer than someone else, it might take you less time than someone else. But I'm like, if they can do it, like, why can't I do it? And as long as you prioritize it, and because there's people always say things like, well, I haven't got time. And it's like, well, you're not prioritizing your time to do that. It's not that you haven't got time to do things, it's that you're prioritizing other things. Anyway, that's the whole other thing. But yeah, I think that fear of not being able to do it is totally valid, but you can do it.
yeah,
It is
you
possible.
can. Absolutely. And like I said, anything that you start is you're going to be fearful at. Anything that you think you can't do and you sign up to, you're going to be fearful that you're not going to It's that fear of failure, isn't it? Am I going to
Yeah.
actually do this or am I going to fail? But like you say, if you're open to coaching, if you're open to that experience, if you're open to whatever it is you signed up to or you want to do,
Mm,
then you're gonna get somewhat down the line and learn some stuff and do some more things because you're open to it. The
yeah.
minute that you're closed off and you're defensive and you're like, nope, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that, and constantly deflecting, okay, what about this idea? What about this idea? What about this idea? Then you're not going to make any moves.
Yeah. 100%. I think there is that self-sabotage. Like I remember I was so scared of failing when I was young, and I was so scared of like not being good enough that I self-sabotaged. So, for example, I would not revise for particular like subjects, for example. And because I would say to myself, rather than me trying and failing, it was like, well, if you don't try, you can't fail. Because if you don't pass, it's because you didn't put, it's not because you weren't good enough at it, it's because you didn't even try, which is
Mm.
mental. But I actually went through life quite a lot like that. It would be like to take that pressure off and that stress and that anxiety of like, oh, it's not going to be good enough. It was like, well, if you just don't try it, like, oh, well, if I don't pass, then, well, I didn't try, so it can't be because of me, which is stupid because it was because of me, because I didn't put the effort in. But it was that like protection of myself so that I couldn't, it wasn't a real failure in my head.
Yeah, you didn't let yourself down as much because you hadn't spent time trying to figure shit out in that lesson or whatever.
Yeah. And I feel like it kind of links into clients sometimes when sometimes they feel like it should be, making progress in 1, 2, 3 weeks, and they, oh, it's not working, so I'm just going to give up, kind of thing. And it's like, well, you might not see results in week 1, 2, or 3. Like it takes time, and it's
Mm.
like just because you haven't seen those results in week 1, 2, or 3 doesn't mean that you've failed. It means we're still figuring stuff out. And it means that we've still got to figure out what works for you. And then there will be the only way that you'll fail is if you give up. If you keep
Mm.
trying and you keep doing these things consistently over time and making little tweaks here or there where we need to, you will get results. But as soon as you just say, well, I've tried to give it's not working, like that is the failure. But you
Yeah.
just yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it is like, yeah, the minute you say I'm not doing this anymore, that's you giving up, like you failing, yeah. And then, yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? When people don't even know what I want to say. Don't know where that was going to go. Who knows? Who knows? I was just so engrossed in what you were saying, and then I was like, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, she's going to stop talking in a minute. I've got nothing to say back to that.
It happens sometimes. I was thinking
It
about like
does.
another one is like fear of actually succeeding, which I always
Yeah.
like find quite hard to, because I always feel like I have to try and like relate it to something that, in my life, or something that I'm thinking about, to try and like fully understand how that like happens. And it's always one that I've struggled to like understand, like that fear of succeeding. Like why does that put people off? And I think that's a lot of the time people don't actually know that that's a thing either. Like they don't are not maybe fully aware of like, oh, I'm actually scared of being successful, because it's like, what does that success actually look like? Like what does that mean for me? Like if I'm successful, that's also quite a scary thought, because it might mean, well, I have to be planning my meals every week. I have to show up to my workouts 2, 3 times a week. I've got to prep my food. I've got to try and get enough sleep. And that's quite scary, maybe. Like if you're not living your life like that, thinking of your life like that, even though that's like your ideal life and that's like what your higher self, that's like what you want to be, actually becoming that is quite scary.
Mm.
And it's like, because then you know you're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to maybe make some sacrifices, not completely, but you're going to have to live your
Yeah.
life in a slightly different way. So that that's the thought process of that success is going to be hard. So That's fearful. Does that make sense? I was trying
Yeah,
to
100%.
in my
Yeah,
brain.
like no, I 100% get that because I think I do it a lot with things like money, making money and things like that because like it's like right, if I make this much money and I move out, I've then got to look after a house on my own. I also know
Mm,
how to I have to know how to do all the bills I need to know. And that means I've got to potentially at some point call someone if something goes wrong and do this and do that.
mm,
And then in my brain I'm like, "Oh, that's a lot to do." Whereas I could just stay here at home and it's easy and make money and but so what I'll do is I'll spend the money because then I haven't got the money. So in my head I'm like, no, don't spend that money. You need to keep that money. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So
so
it's
you're
like
more
you know
like
where you want to get.
self-sabotaging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially that's what it is, isn't it? Because you're like, oh well, if I don't earn enough, then I'm never going to move out. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I really want to move out. I would love to move out. But
Yeah.
there's all those other things that you're like, but then you're the responsible one.
Mm.
And again,
Interesting.
like you say, with clients and their lives, they're the ones responsible for their lives. So are they going to do stuff to keep self-sabotaging or like because they're scared of what can happen if they get to this point of success?
Mm,
Like you say, do they have to give up? Do they not go to the pub as much? Do they not go out for dinners as much? Do they cut back on alcohol? Like, is there all those big things that a lot of people do that
yeah.
they then think, oh God, I'm not going to be able to do that anymore? Whereas, yes, you can do those things, maybe just not as much.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's scary to think about that maybe you have to change your certain life choices.
And for people, them to, what am I trying to say? Like the people around them to understand them. We said this before, isn't it? It takes other people a while. If you're always known as the party animal, the crazy one, the one that always turns up and's on the drink, rat, 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 and then you
Mm,
start turning up to places and you're not doing that, people are going to be like, why are you not having a drink? Why are you being boring? Why are you doing this? Why, that? And you get all that as well. Do you
yeah.
want that coming at you? You might not. So you might just go, all right, I'll drink then, just because you're
Mm,
like, I don't want the hassle
yeah. And it's so,
until people,
yeah.
yeah, until people get to know, okay, well, this is the new you. Like,
Yeah. And it was actually really refreshing when I was in Bali because there was a lot of the girls there that didn't drink. And a lot of the time in like circles at home, most people I know do have a drink. Don't get me wrong, like, well, everyone has their own situation around drink, but no one's like crazy. But and to be fair, a lot of people don't judge, but there are some people that go, "Oh, you don't drink, or you're not having a drink," and you always feel like that, like, oh, like I'm gonna have to defend myself, and maybe should I have a drink? And you think those thoughts, but it was actually really nice because I didn't even have to say like, or maybe I did say once, "Oh yeah, I don't really drink," and there was people there that don't drink too, and no one even cared. It was just quite nice.
mm,
That was more of like how people like some people drink, some people don't, and that's fine. It is what it is. You do you. Whereas like sometimes, especially, I think I don't know. I think there are more people now that don't drink as much, but there is still that judgment, isn't there, of like why not? Why are you not drinking? Like what's wrong with you, kind of thing.
mm.
And it's like, oh, why do I have to like defend myself and like just yeah? Why do I have to defend myself when it's just my choice? You know?
Yeah, no one would bat an eyelid if you said no, I don't smoke.
Yeah, exactly. Why
But
do
when
you
it
not
comes to
smoke?
drink,
What's wrong with
yeah,
you?
exactly. But when it comes to drink, yeah, so that's another thing to be fearful of, isn't it? Oh, like every time I turn up here, am I going to get that? Like that can make you quite anxious then about going to those social occasions and things. And actually, you want to be social and go out and do those things because that's what you enjoy doing. Doesn't mean you need to drink.
No. And I always find just get an alcohol-free drink. That's what I found worked for me anyway. Um, because then you feel like you're still kind of joining in and you still kind of got your like nice drink glass. And that's sometimes what it's about. It's like you're social with people, you're chatting to people, you've got your nice tasting drink. But like I find doesn't need to be alcoholic. I just feel like I'm included in that kind of vibe and then I feel okay. Um,
Mm.
10 years ago would have been a different story, but now
got
that's
a, got a life to live now. It was the same. Oh my God, the other week we went out in Manchester. Honestly, we didn't have that much, but more than I would normally have, like because we don't really drink. Like, and
yeah.
the next morning, like I wanted to go out and do so much, and I was just laying there going, oh, this is why I don't do this. Like, got out of bed at like 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, when you're like No, I had so many things I wanted to do. God dang,
Yeah,
but it's fine. I'll come up again. We're only here for a night. It's not the end of the world. But you know, when you're like, oh, this is why I don't do this shit. Like, it's
yeah.
just, ah, it's not worth it. Anyway,
It's not. It's,
yeah.
I mean, yeah. Sometimes I think to myself, oh, it'd be nice. And then I think, but then I'll just feel sick in the night. I won't sleep as well. I'll wake up really early, feeling like rubbish. Then I won't want to do anything next. And then I just talk myself out of it and think, nah, I just won't. It's so much easier.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't mind so much on holiday when you've got no responsibilities, haven't got to
Yeah,
do anything. It's different on holiday, but when you're at home, nah, got shit to do.
yeah, yeah,
Need to
definitely.
function.
I wanted to talk about like some common objections that people usually will say. So they're wanting to. We'll talk about this because obviously we're coaches and people are signing up to our programs, and so it could be that you haven't got enough money, for example. Might be that you don't have enough time. Might be that you need to speak to a partner. Um, what other objections are there? I'm trying to think. What if I fail? Like maybe you failed at something before. What if I fail again? And all of these objections, mostly, and you might not even realize it, but they all stem from fear. Of course, there are occasionally some logistical factors, like money, for example. You genuinely might not be able to get hold of that money, which is logistical, but often it is fear behind it. And
Mm,
often we might not even realize that. We might just go, you might get to the point where you're like, maybe you've heard all about the program and you think, this is great, like this is really going to help me. And then it gets to that point of like signing up and you go, I'll just speak to my partner. And then you almost like want your partner to say, no, you can't do it, because then that gives you the justification to not do it and then not fail. So you're
hmm.
like, oh, they said I can't do it, so I'll just stay where I am. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think money is also used for a big one for that as well,
100%.
because the a lot of people will have that money. Like even
Somewhere.
if you pay it on like a monthly thing or like whatever works, right? But because as soon as people start talking about money, people get awkward,
Yeah.
right? We're just like that in England. Like other countries, maybe not so much, but here, England, everyone's like a bit. You don't ask someone how much they earn. You don't do this. You don't
Yeah.
like when it comes to money. Like don't mention it. Like so, as soon as you do it, if someone says, "Oh, I can't do it. I can't afford it," you think then that person's going to be like, "Oh, okay, cool. Well, we won't talk about that then. That's fine. Don't sign up."
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's the easiest one that people use to get out of doing something, like you say. But a lot of the time, it is class of fear. How many times have you signed up for something? And I've gone to sign up for something, and I'm like, God, 500 quid a month. Oof, don't know if I can do that. And then actually, I'm like, well, I can do it logistically. I can afford that. Like, oh. And then you have to think about it. Like, okay, what am I going to get out of this? Am I going to put the effort in? As long as I put the effort in for this will be worth the money.
Yeah.
If I don't put the effort in and I'm not willing to put the effort in, then it's not going to be worth it because I'm not going to do it. Like you have to be willing.
Yeah.
And like you say, you have to think about it. I've done it so many times and I've gone, oh no, that's way too much money. I can't do that. And I could, but
Yeah.
I scared myself from doing it.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. And we're just not prioritizing that thing, are we? We're, you know, probably spending money on takeaways, probably spending money on holidays, probably, spending money on all these things. You probably spend
Yeah.
100 quid on Shein, whatever.
Yeah. There's never an empty plane. There's full coffee shops.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
bakeries full, go out for dinner. Normally, loads of people, like say,
Yeah.
takeaways, people get takeaways. Some people have two or three a week, and I think, oh my God, like, okay, I can't afford that. Okay, so logistically, when I think about it, maybe I could afford it, but like, I wouldn't prioritize spending my money there because I think that's not worth my money.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, I think it's, I suppose when you're thinking about fear and you're thinking about whether that's the right path for you to go down, it's thinking to yourself, are you comfortable with staying where you are right now? If you think about 6 years from now, I don't know why I said six, but random number. Like, are you comfortable with maybe feeling how you feel right now? Say you're feeling overweight, your joints ache, you're tired all the
Logic.
time,
Mm.
whatever, all those things. Are you happy to say 5, 10 years from now to still be feeling that way? Are you comfortable with that? Are you comfortable with thinking maybe you'll feel worse? Because as
Mm.
women as well, as we get older, things get worse for us. So, it just
Woo!
happens.
Can't wait.
Like, are you comfortable with staying the same or potentially getting worse? Or yes, it's scary, and yes, it's gonna take some effort, and it's gonna take probably a few little failures in there as well, because it's fine to like, I don't say failures,
Mm.
but things that don't necessarily work straight away, and there's weeks
You
that
don't
aren't
always,
the best.
yeah, you don't always go forward. Sometimes you come
Ex-
backwards to go forwards
Exactly.
again.
Yeah, that's it. Which,
Again, a good example of that is we've said it a million times before, is like when you do your workouts, like, oh, I get really heavy. Say, oh, okay, I'm going to go for an 85 kilo squat. Oh, okay, now you've got to have two cysts out of your back. You've got to have operation on the top. Okay, now I can't put a barbell on my back. I won't do that again. Oh, 200 kilos on a hip thrust. Yeah, so good. Now you've got sciatica. You've got to stop that. Shit, fuck's sake. Okay, right. Deadlifts. Yeah. Oh, 100 kilos. Bang, back goes. You're not allowed to deadlift for however long. Oh my God, are you kidding me? There's always going to be those things where you build it up so far and you might have to come back a few to go again.
yeah,
But as long as you keep trying and keep making moves, you will get back to where you were.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But yeah, I think that's it. I think you got to just be, are you comfortable with allowing yourself to stay the same or get worse? Or are you going to feel a bit uncomfortable for a bit and actually think about your future self and think about where you want to be and actually push through that uncomfortableness that's not going to kill you? You're not going to die. It's going to help you, even though it feels like it might not help you to begin with, but it will in some way, one way or another.
It will. It's going to unlock your life, right? You're going to go from like sitting inside four walls, feeling, like you said, lethargic, tired, joints aching. You don't really go out and socialize. You don't feel comfortable in clothes. You don't want to go out and everyone be looking at you because of what you're wearing and stuff like that. To actually, okay, this might be difficult to start with, but it's going to open up doors for you.
Mm,
You're going to be able to go out and socialize, go to that Christmas party, go on walks that you want to go on.
mm,
Like, you're going to have more energy. You're going to be able to go out for dinner. Like, you can experience all these things in life, which we should be experiencing, not just sitting inside four walls and letting life go past you.
yeah.
Life's not that long. Like, why would you not want to enjoy it? Like, and if you can invest in something that is going to help you go out and do more stuff, why would it not be worth that money?
Mm, yeah. Very, very true. Boom.
There we go. That's it. Mic
My
drop.
brain
See you
did the
later.
same as you. I was like,
Done.
I don't know what to say now.
You're right. I agree. Absolutely. 100%. You've got more opportunities that open up. You might meet someone. You might, there's so many more things that like getting over that one little hurdle, little bit of fear, just to start that one thing where you've got someone that is supporting you to just get further in life. I don't know. I had messaged one of my clients the other day. I don't know if I can find it. Um, but I'm pretty sure. I nearly forgot her name then. Where was it? Where is it? Um, in your health. Where did I put it? I'm really sorry. This is like a bit shit because you're just waiting for me to find something. But um, Oh, I just put on here your health matters. Without your health, you can't go on weekends away. You can't enjoy yourself as much as you want to. You can't spend time with your family and other things. It's the one thing that everyone should invest in. Because she's like, it's hard. This journey is hard. She said,
Yeah,
it's hard having someone watch you. I said, but it's better having someone watch me because I can't just go, oh, well, can't be asked. Like, I'm having to be honest. I'm having to do these things. Like, instead of just being like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes.
yeah. What's harder though? Like, is it harder to have someone watch you and to be trying to make change, or is it harder 5, 10 years from now, feeling horrendous, maybe getting diseases, maybe dying young? Like, what is harder, essentially?
Exactly. And for someone to help support you.
Yeah,
Like when my client says I'm not watching her every move, but like I'm helping her, guiding her, supporting her when she feels like she's going off the track, off the rails and stuff like that. Like I'm there to be like, no, look what you've done in 4 weeks. Oh,
yeah,
but I haven't got this far. No, yeah, but in this time you started playing squash. You've done 2 workouts a week. You're starting to look at your breakfast. That's massive for 4 weeks. You're drinking more water. The other day you said you couldn't be bothered to go for a walk and you still went for a walk. These are massive things. And this is only 4 weeks. I said, if you keep doing what you're doing now, think is your life going to look like in like 6, 9, 12 months time? I said that we've only got 12 weeks right now. Like we can't change everything all at once. But if you keep doing what you're doing, look at where you're going to be in 12 months.
exactly, exactly. And I know we talk about it all the time, don't we? Like thinking of the wins and stuff. And I suppose like the last couple of days, I was just doing a bit of self-reflection, and I always get to the end of the day and I think, I could have done more. I could have done more today. Why am I not there now? Why am I not here? And I was like, why do I get like I'm a hypocrite because we always say like about our clients and stuff, like, come on, think of all the wins, think of all these great things that you've been doing, all these like things that you've accomplished. Like, yes, you're not at your end goal yet, but you're doing all these things that are building that life to get you there. And like I was like, why am I not doing that for myself? And I was thinking like yesterday, I was like, what have I achieved today? And I was like, oh, I've achieved this, I've done this, I've done this. Like, yes, I'm not where I want to be long term, but I've still achieved things that are getting me further towards that.
Mm,
So, like, now every day, and don't get me wrong, I'm in a good part of my cycle, so I'm probably just like feeling great. But next
mm,
week, 2 weeks' time, it could be a whole different story. But like, I am thinking at the end of each day, like, what are some things today that I've actually done and that have actually been positive and I have achieved? Because I think it is really important to remember those things because we do just get caught up in what we haven't achieved and where we're not yet. That doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean? Like
mhm,
we get so caught up in that, and I do as well. And it's like, okay, well maybe I haven't done these things yet, but that's because I've done this, this, and this, and that's a really
mm.
positive thing. And yeah, I just think it's really important to reflect back on all the positive stuff because
It is because most of your life is a journey. It's not the destination, and you've got to
yeah,
appreciate the journey you're going on.
yes,
Because if you don't, you're not going to appreciate the end goal
yeah,
either.
yeah,
You're still not going to be happy when you get that six pack or you get to this
no,
size or you get to that. Like, how many people then, like, oh, well, now I need to get here. Now I need to get here. There's never an end goal.
no,
What you thought was an end goal then moves.
yeah, exactly,
So you've got to appreciate what you're doing on the way
yeah,
because otherwise you don't remember half of it. And, like, what's the point? Like, oh, I'm 99 before I know it. And I've not
yeah,
appreciated any of my life. Sometimes I sit and think, oh God, I'm so glad I'm born in this country and not in, I don't know, a country in the Middle East or here or there. Or, oh my God, I wonder what it'd be like to be like someone that's in the middle of a war right now. I'm so lucky I'm not there, like, because the news is on in our house all the time.
yeah,
Like, I think of those things and think, oh God, I just appreciate, like, I can work from home. I can go out in the sun when I want. Like, later on, like, Tuesday was Dad's birthday. I had clients till like 10:30 in the morning. Did them. We all went out. We had lunch. We went to the arcade. We went to the beach. I didn't stress that I still had work to do. I just enjoyed every minute of it. And then I came back. We got home at like 4 and I worked until like 7. But I can do that.
you can do that, which is so good, isn't it?
And I appreciate being able to do that. Whereas I remember I used to sit in an office and I'd look out the window and I'd see the blue sky and think, oh, I wish I could go out there. Like, oh, I hate being trapped. Feel like I'm trapped. Like, but it's just those little things, isn't it? It's then appreciating actually, okay, like however many years ago I moaned because I was sat in an office.
Yeah,
Now I don't have to be sat in an office because I've made the life for me that I want.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's like you say, thinking of those little wins because when you reflect back, you go, okay, no, I know sometimes this is hard and it's like it's constant. It doesn't stop. It's 24 hours pretty much. Like obviously if you're awake, but like it is like 6:30 in the morning till like 10 o'clock at night. Like constantly. It's hard. And then you're like, but also it could be another type of hard because it could be sitting in an office, chained to a desk with a job that you don't like doing.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's gratitude, isn't it? And I think it's really easy to just get wrapped up in not being grateful for anything and just, yeah, moaning about every single thing. But it's just not fun to be in that place.
Absolutely not.
It's really not.
Absolutely not. But yeah, I think your quickest route to confidence is to keep doing that thing, keep practicing. You're going to be shit to start with. You're not going to be confident to start with. No one that starts something is a pro. Yes, there are people that are better at things when they first start than other people, and that's just
Just life.
life and luck, and but to be confident in that thing, you need to keep going at it
Yeah.
and
So
take action. The more you think, oh, I can't do that because I'm shit, well, you're going to be shit
yeah,
because you've not done it.
absolutely. And I think there's a few little practical tools. So, like you said, take action, but take messy action. Doesn't need to be perfect action, just some form of action. Focus on the next step and not the whole staircase, I think is really, really important because when you look, if you're 140 kilos and you want to be 60 kilos, thinking about that is going to be terrifying. Think about that first 5 kilos that you can lose, or even those first 2 kilos that you can lose, rather than thinking about that end goal. So think about those small little steps that you need to take. Stop waiting until you're ready because you'll never be ready.
No, you're
Never
never
the
going to get
perfect
your
time.
ducks in a row.
No.
No.
There's always going to be something. Like there's always something that happens. Whether it's you haven't had a good night's sleep, the kids are playing up, there's school holidays, there's stressful time at work, whatever. Like there's always going to be something every single week that comes up. So there is never going to be the perfect time. And you're never going to feel ready. So just do something because when you get started, you can just, like you were saying before, you just start building on it. You just start where you're at and you build on it.
Mhm.
Build self trust through small promises and accept discomfort as part of growth. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think building the small things. So, like, I message my clients every morning saying, like, what are your goals today? And they'll be like, right, I'm going to hit, I don't know, 5K steps because that's what they can do today and drink a litre of water. Okay, cool. That's fine. And then later on, they text me saying, yeah, I did it or I didn't. Why didn't you do it? What happened? Oh, this came up. Okay, next time that comes up, can we do it like this? Or like someone said to me the other week, they were like, oh, Thursday I just stressed out. I was like, what does that mean? She's like, oh, we got takeaway because otherwise I wouldn't eat. I was like, okay, that's fine, not a problem. I was like, but have you got things in your freezer? Have you got things like tuna? Have you got eggs? Can you do like scrambled egg on toast? Can you do this? Can you do that? And she's like, oh yeah, that gives me other options for next time instead of thinking, oh, I need to get a takeaway because I didn't actually have to do that. I just couldn't be bothered to think. And obviously those things are quick. So it's a case of, like you say, little steps, little things that each day, one little thing that you can do. Can you have an extra piece of fruit? Can you drink an extra glass of water? Like we always say, small steps
Yeah,
bring the bigger goals.
exactly.
And
Exactly.
it's less overwhelming than thinking I'm going to do 10 things today and you don't do any of them. Because then
Yeah.
you just go, oh, fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah. That's it. Exactly. I think discomfort thing is like, unfortunately, you're just gonna have to feel uncomfortable. Like to get to
Yeah,
where you want to be, you're
yeah.
gonna have to push through that. There's no other way around it than feeling that discomfort, doing it over and over again before it feels less uncomfortable, and then it'll just feel normal. And you got to do that with everything, and it's not easy. And there's still things that I'm sure both of us both put off, and don't push through the comfort.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
you
Or even
constantly.
the other week I turned up to the gym, like, because I go with someone, I turned up. she's messaging me going, oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna like, so this has happened to my stepson, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, right, last time this happened, I sat in the car for like 40 minutes before she turned up. And I thought, I haven't got time for that. I've got clients, I've got to go back. Like, so I just messaged her going, right, fine, I'm just gonna go in, like, come meet me if you want to meet me. Like, if you get here, just come meet me. Like, I sat there for 10 minutes and I was thinking, in my mind, I could have quite easily driven home, but I was having a good day, confident day. So I was thinking that I'm gonna go straight in. Once you get in there, you'll be fine. Like, you know what you're doing. Like, it's all right.
Yeah.
Literally walked in the gym. Was like, but I've never been in the gym with there. Like, I've been in the gym so many times there, but not on my own. So then it felt weird because you're like, oh, I've got my little comfort blanket with me. But
Yeah.
turned up and I was like, cool, walk straight to the squat rack, put my things in, right, carry on. No one's watching me. Look around, no one's looking. Okay, fine. Like, so I still think about these things before I go and do them. But in your head, you're like, no, it's going to be uncomfortable. I hate
Mm.
going in places on my own, anywhere. You know me, I hate going to the toilet. Oh my God. It's like my nemesis. I hate it. Like, someone has to go scout out the toilet first before I go to the toilet and tell me where the toilet is. But like, there are some times where I will obviously do it, like, because when I go away with, like, say, Sam, I can't go. Can you go and show me where the toilets are? Because he's not a
No,
girl.
that's
Like,
true.
I can't do that. I'm like, okay, I've got to go and do this. But like, yeah, there's those things, isn't there? That fear takes over. I'm like, okay, there's not going to be anyone in the toilets that's going to bully me. It's going to be fine. Like, come on.
Yeah.
But it is that self-talk, and you have got to, go through that discomfort. I know not necessarily to the toilet or whatever, but
Yeah.
to do those things.
Every time we go away now, I'm gonna be like, you've got to go to the toilet first.
I'm not going away with you ever. That's it. Done. That's it. No more.
Just avoid going where everything completely. That's it. I'm not doing the toilet thing. I'm not going
Uh,
away.
Absolutely. Next weekend's going to be the last weekend we go away together, and that's it. No more.
There's so many other people you can get to scout out, so you're gonna be fine. It's just when you're with
Yeah,
me.
absolutely. Yeah, all right, fine.
Oh, right. I suppose we should wrap it up there. Um, but yeah, I suppose one thing to end with, I like this. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's feeling the fear and moving anyway. I like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
That cheesy saying, feel the fear, do it anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because you'll never get over it otherwise.
Right, exactly. Keep going to those toilets.
I will. It just take me about 40 minutes of needing a wee to be like, right, I really got to go psych myself up to go to the toilet now. Okay, we can do this. We can do this.
Oh, right. Thanks so much for listening to guys. Think listening, guys. I hope you
Definitely
found
not a
that
guy.
definitely not a guy, no. I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to message us on our socials or number, whatever, or email us at fitgirlswhoeat93@gmail.com. And yeah, you'll catch us in the next one.
Absolutely, you will. Adios.
See you later.